Hi guys, welcome back to another episode in the series of the Build with Ajawi series. It's another week, another month along the journey to construct this building for our client. And as I said, I'll be bringing you along the entire process, right? So I'm just giving you an update. You'll be seeing videos, pictures, you name it. And basically I'll be showing you how to do construction while you're living overseas. All right? So if you're interested in that, stick around for this video. Make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I make videos just like this one. All right? If you would like information on how you can do construction in Jamaica while you're living overseas, this is the channel for you. All right? You can also visit our website, ajawiconstruction.com, where you can book a consultation with us to speak about your particular project. We are always here to help, and it would be our pleasure to speak about your particular project. All right? So without any further ado, let's get into this video. All right, guys, so I met with the team this week. We met on site. We had a site meeting and basically we discussed the project and got an update as to where we are, how far along the process, and also the client was able to walk through the building and ask any questions that they needed to ask, right? So what really happened? So the quantity surveyor, the contractor representative on site, the client, and myself all met on site to discuss the progress of the project, right? We walked through the building. The client was able to see certain areas. Myself and the QS was able to see it and address certain questions that the client may have at this point within the project. Now, our client was overseas initially when they started. They're actually back in Jamaica now, so they're able to visit the site. But if they weren't able to visit the site, the process would have been a little bit different. The only difference would be that we would actually do videos and send to the client. That would be the only difference, all right? So with the discussion, we spoke about the progress of the roof. The contractor also pointed out areas of concerns as it relates to unforeseen happenings, right? So when they were doing demolition, certain areas, the concrete would actually fall off the wall. And I actually saw this. Additionally, some of the walls were poorly constructed. They weren't appropriate at all, right? It shell out. Once the demolition hammer touched the wall, it basically shell out. So that was something unexpected, right? So we spoke to the client about that. The contractor indicated this, and as the project team, we made note of it and let the contractor know that yes, we have taken this, we are going to take this into consideration as it relates to his claim. Additionally, the client was there to see that, hey, you know, that's what is happening and that's what we have agreed on, right? The client did have a concern about water drainage, so we had to address that or come up with a solution on site. One possible solution was to dig a soakaway on the property. However, this was not possible because the cost implication would have been too much. So therefore, I suggested that we excavate an area, fill it with gravel of a larger size at the bottom of it, and as it come up, we have smaller sizes at the top, so that will allow water to catch in that area and percolate out into the soil. So that was something that we had discussed on the site, because other suggestions were to slope the site in one direction, but that didn't necessarily solve the problem, because according to the rules of the parish council, we cannot channel any water onto the road. So doing that would not have been accepted. So that was a solution that we came up with. All right. So that's something to think about. Whenever you're doing construction, you need to consider stormwater drainage. Where is the water from the property going to go? Usually we would let it flow according to the natural slope of the land. Don't disturb the natural runoff, and that would be good. But in this case, it would not have worked because one person is complaining that they're getting too much water on their property. So we had to come up with a solution, and that was the solution. The electrical is going in now, so that's something that we're paying keen attention to, because based on the arrangement of the light fixtures and how the switches are supposed to work, it will send out the cost. So this is something that we have to take into consideration. So myself and the QS will sit down and see how best we can address this without actually overspending or overshooting the budget. All right, so that's something to think about. Otherwise, the project is progressing nicely. You can have a look and see that the progress that the contractor have made is commendable. So we're quite happy. The client is happy. I'm happy as well. There are some areas that I will need to calculate, which the drawings would actually have that information. So based on how I prepared the drawing and the fact that it is prepared as BIM, so Building Information Modeling, I should be able to get those quantities from the drawing based on that, and that will help me to then tell the QS what needs to be done moving forward. Right? So he and I will need to sit down and agree on certain things, recalculate certain things, and see what's the best way forward. All right, so that's where we're basically at. We're looking at actually selecting tiles now, tiles, doors, fixtures, vanity, but the contractor actually already have those ready and available for us. So we'll be doing that in the coming weeks. So we will be taking you along with us for the selection of those. Additionally, when it comes on to finishing, you're going to see what type of finishes that we're using, right? Shower did come up within the meeting. We're thinking about painting. So those are two options that we're looking at now, right? Sure coat. We're thinking about sure coat, right? So that's an option that we're thinking about. But again, there is a cost implication. The good thing is that we have the QS on board, and whatever direction that we're going in, we will always consult with the QS, right? We'll always consult with him because he's a costing professional. So therefore, we won't make a decision just like that simply because it has been recommended. We want to see what the numbers look like. So the client has decided that, okay, he'll listen to the suggestion, because this suggestion was made by the contractor. It is easy to say yes towards shower lawn because it's a nice finish. Not shower lawn, sure coat. Keep mixing up the two. We have to understand that there's a cost implication, and saying yes doesn't mean that you actually can. So we had, once the conversation was being had with the client, as the client's team, our administrative team for the project, we actually told him that we will look at the cost implication, and then let him know for him to make a decision moving forward. Because if we were to do that without looking at the numbers, then chances are we'll be overrunning the project, right? So that's pretty much where we are. You'll probably be seeing videos, pictures, and stuff like that. So I hope you enjoy this video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for the support thus far. Thank you for sharing this video with your friends, your family who are living overseas and who are even in Jamaica, right? make sure you hit the notification bell. All right? Peace out and see you next time.